Kal Halalyam La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the sincere Akim that's pushing the truth of the Holy Bible in fear and sincerity. And all praise to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Do a quick lesson for the children of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Latinos, Confucian faces, the Amerindians as well, that are elected to be saved in these last days, alright? This is a quick lesson on choose good or evil, and there's no in-betweens. Sirach chapter 33 verse 10. All men are formed from the ground, and Adam was created from the earth. In much knowledge Yahweh divided them and made their ways diverse. So you see clearly Most High showing segregation, right? In character traits and in bloodlines. Verse 12. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. And that's because at one time when everybody was obeying the laws and commandments, some turned away from the laws, the Most High laws and commandments, right? Saying Psalm 50, they cast the Most High word behind them. Verse 13, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so is man in the hand of him that made him, to render, which means give, to them as liketh him best. So the Most High give what liketh him best. This is his master plan, his movie, his set, his scenery, right? Verse 14, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High. They are two and two, one against another. So children of Israel, the Most High has called you to righteousness, not to wickedness, as the so-called Edomites, which is the so-called white race, Elamites, the Arabs, and so forth. Right? And it's right here in Deuteronomy 30, verse 11. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 11. For this commandment which I commanded thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. Because a lot of Israelites, so they got Bibles at home and a new brand. They ain't even touched it years, or they're reading Psalms 22 years and even know what it means. Alright? It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that thou mayest hear it and do it. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. So the scripture said in Sirach that truth will return unto those that practice it. Once Israel followed this word is still in them. That's why the scripture says the Spirit beareth with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. Right? But 2/3 of Israel refuse to do what they're made to do. They want to be something else, right? There's like a cat saying, I want to be a cat, a rat. You know? Verse 15 of Deuteronomy 30. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, death and evil. So the commandments is life. Anything outside of that is evil. Alright, anything outside of these holy words, because scripture says precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, which means that each verse in here is like a law. A certain accounts show you how to deal with certain situations. Alright, let's go to Matthew 6:21 to 23. Same thing was I guess you could say rephrased by Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. This is Matthew chapter 6 verse 21 to 23. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So if you set the carnal things of this world, cars, clothes, women, or just wickedness, you want to do astral projection and all that shit, that Egyptology, New Age, free thinkers and stuff like that, that's where your heart will be also. For the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. If your eye focus on one thing, which is the Most High word, it will be full of light. Because people think that the so-called freedom that the white race give me is the light. That's why they got the Statue of Liberty, because that's a false light. The true light is the Most High word, as it said in Proverbs, right? The law is a lamp. The law is a lamp, all right? Verse 23. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness, and therefore the light that is in thee be darkness. How great is that darkness? So how great is that darkness? Trying to look at everything except the true light. Dark would become like dark energy, so thick and ominous that you could like feel it, because that's some people who naturally got the darkness about them. You could feel the wickedness emitting from them, alright? Just let me add this real quick, verse 24. No man can serve two masters. Either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other. He cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. And Mammon refers to money. But also, within this world, men think that their own ideas and so forth is riches and wealth in this wicked ass world. And lastly, one of my favorite precepts. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. Yea, doubtless I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua Mashiach, my Lord. Right? I count everything as loss. Me personally, I had goals and dreams, becoming an artist, producer, a poet, and a bunch of stuff, you know. And I count it all with loss for the excellency of these holy words, because there's no other power greater than this when you could receive it. For whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung. In other words, the disciple count it as shit. And likewise, when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua waking up to the knowledge through His Holy Spirit, through the whole true holy men that He chose to edify us in these last days, the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, you realize that that knowledge that you had back then is shit. It had no value. It didn't give you no happiness or no permanent happiness. Just a false pretense of this carnal, this flesh, you know. Last part. I'll read it again. And do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushua or Mashiach, you know. So I do count them as dung. And Israel, now is high time for you to choose righteousness, choose good than evil. Look at yourself, evaluate yourself, examine yourself, as the scripture says, and choose the right thing. And I pray that this lesson was edifying. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Of course, all the time, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.